Journalism and politics have always been part of David Asbell's life, and his collection of political memorabilia tells the colorful story of politics in our state, a history and a story absolutely Alabama.
I grew up around governors and politicians and candidates and going to rallies and all the excitement.
Every election year you'll hear it, "I'm tired of all these political ads." Well, this is the story of elections in days before, when they were won and lost on the back of flatbed trucks.
But Elbert Boozer ran for governor in 1950, and he campaigned across the state with a scale model of the state capitol.
Campaign platforms were literally different.
Why should you vote for Miles Allgood for Congress? He is a gentleman. He has experience. He is worthy. He is a one-armed man.
Some of the political handouts were unusual.
Charles Woods was a World War II veteran who was teaching pilots to fly in India, and he had a plane crash when a student pilot was flying, and the plane exploded, and he was terribly, terribly burned. But that did not stop his career. Charles Woods owned radio and TV stations across Alabama, but he also got into politics. He ran for governor in 1970. He also ran for Congress, and he handed out potholders. And I've always thought it ironic that a guy who was so terribly burned would hand out potholders so his supporters wouldn't get burned too.
David says politics can be about rivalry and reconciliation.
Governor Wallace, before he died, reached out to both Vivian Malone Jones and James Hood, the two African-American students he'd stood in the schoolhouse door to keep out of the University of Alabama in June of 1963, and he became friends with both of them. As a matter of fact, at Governor Wallace's state funeral, I was sitting in the Capitol, and I looked up, and there, standing quietly in the back of the old House chamber, was Vivian Malone Jones, who showed up with no fanfare, no publicity, just came to pay her respects to the man who had befriended her. James Hood earned his doctorate degree from the University of Alabama, and he sent Governor Wallace an invitation to his graduation and asked the governor to present him with his doctoral degree.
David has worked for a succession of Alabama governors and most recently for Senator Tommy Tuberville, but politics isn't what it once was.
Campaigns in the 21st century are not fun like they used to be.
Well, another election cycle has come and gone, but here in David's collection, the political season never ends. It's buttons and bumper stickers and walls of memories that are absolutely Alabama.